Good afternoon. Welcome to the Professor Maima Show. Hope you are doing very well. I'm a Kenyan and Kenya is my business. So it has been a long while since I've ever spoken on this video. I've been doing my own things and I'm happy to be back on this channel. So please subscribe, share and like this video. And so let's go to our talk today. So today we want to talk about what has been happening to the youth here in Kenya. We have had a lot of people, young people, mostly Gen Zs, being kidnapped, others being killed. Like those are, over the weekend, those are a very sad story of a blogger. You know, here blogging is people who post things on social media, like Twitter, I don't know, Facebook, Instagram, any social media, but most of Twitter is very popular in Kenya. It's like it has replaced the legacy media. These days people don't buy newspapers. Like me, I don't buy a newspaper like the way my father used to buy or my grandparents, you understand? So this person, I think, tweeted something that offended someone, a powerful person in the country. So the young man is in Homa Bay County. Kenya has many counties, like 47 counties. So they took him from the county and brought him all the way to Nairobi County. So this young man, once he was in custody, was calling his friends, and then his phone went off. And then the next day, he was found dead in hospital. So the police gave out a very interesting explanation. They said that he had hit his head on the wall of the police cell. And mind you, was just put on his own in a police cell. So they're investigating. That's why I'm saying President Ruto protect the youth. You see, President Ruto is the president of Kenya. So he came on with a popular mandate of, I don't know, it's called Hustler. Hustler is here by any person who lives on less than $1 a day. They are boda. Those are motorcycle taxis. There are vendors, mama mbogas, women who sell vegetables, you name it, sukuma wiki, just small things. So it's any person who's not in formal employment, because here in Kenya the employment rate is, I don't know, it's nearly even 20%. 20% of adult Kenyans are employed. So the majority just do this business, small business, or they hustle. Hustle means that you just do odd jobs. You can clean, you can carry for people luggage, you can be a conductor. You know, yeah, our transport system was destroyed. We don't have buses. We don't have things like trains. So we had back in the day, we used to have a bus service that was introduced by colonialists, were colonized by Britain. But after a while, the bus system was totally destroyed. So people came up with their own private vans. They come together to form circles, but mostly it's just owned by individuals. And you know, when a transport system is owned by individuals, it's chaotic. So that's the chaos. We don't have a centralized bus system, don't have a train system, and all that. That's why I'm saying President Ruto protect the youth. So Ruto came out with the Hustler mandate. He was a darling of the youth in 2022. So even I tried to convince some young men in 2022 to vote for Raila, who is the opposition leader in Kenya for many years. Now he's working with the current government. They're in bed. They're working together. But no one will listen to me. They were saying, no, Raila is old news. They want new blood, new generation. Ruto is new because he's in his 50s. He's someone who has vision. Even me, I voted for Raila, but after a while I gave Ruto a chance. But you know what happened? There was the finance bill. Many young men, and mostly young men, were killed. Many young people were injured because that finance bill was supposed to raise taxes on everything. That's what they were saying in quotes. That's why I'm saying President Ruto protect Kenyan youth. You see, these young people are unemployed, so they use social media to express themselves. So if someone has put something bad, it's better to put him under the law. Let the law take its course. The way they say here, let Sheria ichukue mkondo. Instead of now killing these young men. You remember the Gen Z protest, the many young men dead, they have said. So now, sometimes I wonder, Kenya is a very interesting country. You see, if the president woke up today and said, you know, these taxes I'm giving on you are going to do something. They are going to increase, they are going to ensure that everyone has free medical care. Everyone has free education from nursery to university. If he said something like that, people would it's called what? People would consider. Let's say you say any young adult in Kenya above the age of 18 should pay some small amount, even $5, 500. That's a lot of money, but per year. Or even let's say 1,000 Kenya shillings, $10 per year, each individual young man who's above 18 and is doing some sort of income, whether formal or informal. And from that money, we are like, it can be 20 million people. That's 20 billion. As long as we sensitize the people, we play Josiah Maima as your communications person, with other, so that I can send this info telling people we are taxing you $10, which is 1,000 shillings, so that everyone in Kenya has free medical care. Everyone in Kenya has nursery, free education from nursery to university. So everyone, if you don't have anyone in school, you know you'll get free medical care. Everyone needs medical care anywhere. So no one will come here and say, okay, I don't fall sick. If you don't fall sick, your child can fall sick, your parent can fall sick. People will say, okay, you are being taxed this 1,000 shillings, but it's going to a good cause. And then what does the government put in return? Building good hospitals, paying doctors well, ensuring that there's security, ensuring that there's job creation through industrialization. We go back to agriculture. We do it's called all-round farming through irrigation. We ensure that we have good infrastructure. We ensure that we give these young men space in the digital space. Yes, you can pass laws to protect people against defamation. I've seen those things young men post or young women. They're very vulgar, but you can put strong laws so that people, if you defame someone, you are charged in a court of law and you are fined. So that young men can use social media to promote themselves and become rich. There's some young men in this country who are millionaires because of social media. They are influencers. They do what? They promote goods. They promote services. You see what I'm saying? But now, you cannot keep on killing these young men and you have no agenda. Because the young men are frustrated. They are not seeing jobs. If the government does what I say, even if you're taxing people, this money should be going in terms of giving people free medical care, giving people free education, invest in agriculture so that we have value addition, we have industrialization. The temperature will go down. If the president stood out and then said, this is my agenda, we are turning a bit. I'm not deviating on what I promised, but we're saying, okay, these high taxations, we should put them in things that help the young men and women in this country. Whether it's free education, whether it's free medical care, whether it's ensuring that people get jobs through value addition, industrialization, security, there's good police force, you understand, that respects people's rights. You understand? That's what I'm saying. President Ruto, protect Kenyan youths. There's no need to kill them. They just need to be sensitized and shown the right way. But also the government should ensure that if you are taxing us, the tax should be to make my life better. Josiah Maima, I should be able to go in a hospital and get treated. My child should be able to learn free. I know I'm being taxed something small, but that money is going to show that I get free education for my child, university education, teachers are paid well, lecturer, professors, police force, even this free housing levy, I don't know what. Just give private investors a lot of land, then they can build their houses, and then people can live in. So that's what I'm talking about. President Ruto, protect Kenyan youths. No need to kill them. No, the rain is beginning. It's a very good day. So that's what I'm saying. President Ruto, protect Kenyan youths. No need to kill them. Change your agenda. When you do taxation, let it be to help people. Free medical care, free education, what else? Industrialization to create jobs. You know what I'm saying, isn't it? So Thank you for watching this channel. Keep on supporting me. And I say always say, Gwaheri ya kuonana, Gwaheri.